This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information for how you can volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Poems by Gerard, Manley, Hopkins. Read by Linda Liu. Part 5. Poem 35, Ribblesdale. Earth, sweet landscape would leave us throng, and louched low grass, heaven that dost appeal to, with no tongue to plead, no heart to feel, that canst but only be, but dost that long. Thou canst but be, but that thou well dost, strong thy plea with him who dealt, nay, does now deal, thy lovely dale down thus, and thus bids reel thy river, and o'er gives all to wrack or wrong. What is earth's eye, tongue, or heart else? Where else but in dear and dogged man? Ah, the air to his own self bent, so bound, so tied to his turn, to thriftless reeve both are rich round, world bare, and none reck a world after. This bids where earth brows of such care and dear concern. Poem 36, The Leaden Echo and the Golden Echo. Maiden Song from St. Winifred's Well. The Leaden Echo. How to keep? Is there any? Is there none such, nowhere known some? Bow or brooch or braid or brace, lace, latch or catch or key to keep back beauty. Keep it, beauty, 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 from vanishing away. Oh, is there no frowning of these wrinkles, ranked wrinkles deep down? No waving off of these most mournful messengers, still messengers, sad and stealing messengers of gray? No, there's none, oh no, there's none. Nor can you long be what you now are, called fair. Do what you may do, do what you may, and wisdom is early to despair. Be beginning, since no, nothing can be done to keep at bay age and age's evils, hoar hair, rock and wrinkle, drooping, dying, death's worst, winding sheets, tombs and worms and tumbling to decay. So be beginning to despair. Oh, there's none, no, there's none. Be beginning to despair, despair, despair. The Golden Echo. Spare, there is one, yes, I have one. Hush there, only not within seeing of the sun, not within the singeing of the strong sun, tall suns tinging, or treacherous the tainting of the earth's air. Somewhere elsewhere there is, well, where? One. Yes, I can tell such a key. I do know such a place, where whatever is prized and passes of us, everything that's fresh and fast flying of us, seems to us sweet of us, and swiftly away with, done away with, undone, done with, soon done with, and yet dearly and dangerously sweet of us, the wimpled water dimpled, not by morning matched face, the flower of beauty, fleece of beauty, too apt to, to fleet, never fleets more, fastened with the tenderest truth to its own best being and its loveliness of youth. It is an everlastingness of, it is an all youth. Come then, your ways and airs and looks, locks, maiden gear, gallantry and gaiety and grace, winning ways, airs innocent, maiden manners, sweet looks, loose locks, long locks, love locks, gay gear, going gallant, girl grace. Resign them, sign them, seal them, send them, motion them with breath, and with sighs soaring, soaring sighs, deliver them. Beauty in the ghost, deliver it, early now, long before death. Give beauty back, beauty, 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 back to God, beauty's self and beauty's giver. See, not a hair is, not an eyelash, not the least lash lost. Every hair is, hair of the head, numbered. Nay, what we had light-handed left, and surely the mere mold, will have waked and have waxed and have walked with the wind, what while we have slept, this side, that side, hurling a heavy-headed hundredfold, what while we slumbered. Oh then, weary then why, when the thing we freely forfeit is kept with fonder a care kept then, we could have kept it, kept far with fonder a care, and we should have lost it, finer, fonder a care kept. Where kept? Do but tell us where kept. Where? Yonder. What high is that? We follow, now we follow. Yonder. Yes, yonder, yonder, yonder. Poem 37. The Blessed Virgin compared to the air we breathe. Wild air, world-mothering air, nestling me everywhere, that each eyelash or hair girdles, goes home betwixt the fleeciest, frailest, flickst snowflake, that's fairly mixed with, riddles, and is rife in every least thing's life, this needful, never spent, and nursing element, my more than meat and drink, my meal at every wink, this air which by life's law my lung must draw and draw, now but to breathe its praise, minds me in many ways of her who not only gave God's infinity, dwindled to infancy, welcome in womb and breast, birth, milk, and all the rest, but mothers each new grace that does now reach our race. Mary immaculate, merely a woman, yet whose presence, power is, great as no goddess's was deemed, dreamed, who this one work has to do, let all God's glory through, God's glory which would go through her and from her flow off, and no way but so. I say that we are wound with mercy round and round, as if with air, the same as Mary, more by name. She, wild web, wondrous robe, mantles the guilty globe, since God has let dispense of prayers his providence, nay, more than almoner, The sweet elm's as self as her, and men are meant to share her life, as life does air. If I have understood, she holds high motherhood towards all our ghostly good, and plays in grace her part about man's beating heart, laying like air's fine flood the death dance in his blood. Yet no part but what will be Christ our Saviour still. Of her flesh he took flesh, he does take fresh and fresh, though much the mystery how, not flesh but spirit now, and makes, O marvellous, new Nazareth in us, where she shall yet conceive him, morning, noon, and eve, new Bethlehems, and he born there, evening, noon, and morn, Bethlehem or Nazareth. Men here may draw like breath more Christ than baffle death, who, born so, comes to be new self and nobler me, in each one, and each one more makes, when all is done, both God's and Mary's Son. Again look overhead, how air is assured, O how, nay, do but stand, where you can lift your hands skywards, rich, rich it laps round the forefinger gaps, yet such a sapphire shot, charged, steeped sky will not stain light. Yea, mark you this, it does no prejudice. The glass blue days are those when every color glows, each shape and shadow shows. Blue be it, this blue heaven, the 7 or 7 times 7 hued sunbeam will transmit perfect, not alter it. Or if there does some soft, on things aloof, aloft, bloom breathe, that one breath more, earth is the fairer for. Whereas did air not make this bath of blue and slake his fire, the sun would shake, a blear and blinding ball with blackness bound, and all the thick stars round him roll, flashing like flecks of cold quartz fret, or sparks of salt in grimy vasty vault. So God was God of old. The Mother came to mold those limbs like ours which are what must make our day star much dearer to mankind, whose glory bare would blind, or less would win man's mind. Through her we may see him made sweeter, not made dim, and her hand leaves his light sifted to suit our sight. Be thou then, O thou dear Mother, my atmosphere, my happier world wherein to wend and meet no sin. Above me, round me lie, fronting my forward eye, with sweet and scarless sky. Stir in my ears, speak there of God's love, O live air, of patience, penance, prayer, world-mothering air, air wild, wound with thee, in thee isled, fold home, fast fold thy child. Poem 38. To what serves mortal beauty? To what serves mortal beauty? Dangerous, does at dancing blood the O seal that so feature, flung prouder form than Purcell tune lets tread to. See, it does this, keeps warm men's wits to the things that are. What good means, where a glance Master Moore may then gaze out of countenance, those lovely lands once, wet fresh, windfalls of war storm. How then should Gregory, a father, have gleaned else from swarmed Rome, but God to a nation dealt that day's dear chance, to man, that needs would worship block or barren stone. Our law says, love what our love's worthiest, we're all known, world's loveliest, men's selves. Self flashes off frame and face. What do then? How meet beauty? Merely meet it, own, home at heart, heaven's sweet gift, then leave, let that alone. Yea, wish that thou, wish all, God's better beauty, grace. Poem 39. The Soldier. Yes, why do we all, seeing of a soldier, bless him? Bless our red coats, our tars, both these being the greater part, but frail clay, nay, but foul clay. Here it is, the heart, since, proud it calls the calling manly, gives a guess that, hopes that, makes believe, the men must be no less. It fancies, fiends, deems, dears the artist after his art, and fain will find as sterling all as all is smart, and scarlet wear the spirit of war there express. Mark Christ our King, he knows war, served this soldiering through. He of all can handle a rope best. There he bides in bliss now, and seeing somewhere some man do all that man can do, for love he leans forth, needs his neck must fall on, kiss and cry, O Christ done deed, so God made flesh does too. Were I come o'er again, cries Christ, it should be this. End of Part 5. This recording is in the public domain.